Bruh. Bruh.
Hey, traders. Welcome to episode 1014 of the show. You could be doing anything, but you're here. Thanks for that. And I guess we got Bitcoin starting the stream. I guess the most eventful thing that occurred on Bitcoin was the fact that on a couple exchanges, it had a 10,200 scam wick, right? And we're looking at Gemini right now. I think it's one of multiple exchanges. Yeah, again, 10,192 and then pulled back, right? So that's pretty interesting, right? Don't think it has much meaning, but worth talking about, y'all, because you maybe didn't see it or you didn't see people talking about it in the Discord. this morning or this, earlier today. But yeah, so stock market, money printer continue to go burr. Assets that have gone bankrupt are burring, with Hertz up stupid amounts, and then you've got Nikola, that's Tesla's, I guess it's gonna be their rival. They're up substantially, up over 100% today. And assets that were outperforming or continuing to outperform, we will take a look at it real quick. Let's take a look at futures that just opened too for the S&P, Dow Jones, crude. It's I think been open, but yeah, top left, bottom left. You starting kind of flat, down 0.1% on the S&P. Oh, what is this, man? This just happened where, I don't know, I guess we opened at 96.26, and what is this on Bitcoin futures? Weird. I mean, it's a 5-minute chart, but that's, I don't know, man. All right, cool. So anyway, rising wedge on Bitcoin. Remember, the argument for the bears is there, the bulls. It's almost like your argument as a bull is the trend's still bullish, man. That's it. But the bears argument's like you've got coinciding variables with a potential bearish pattern. And I say it's a potential bearish pattern because there's only one touch point, 2, 3, 4 touches. There are not 5 touches, so it's not technically valid because the there are rules to the rising wedge, and it's 5 clear, discernible touches. What's up? You can ride your chart with no candle bars. Wow. We get some for that name. That's pretty funny, man. Thanks, dude, for having an innovative name, and it's not weird. It's not some sort of sexual innuendo that people try to use all the time, right? So yeah, man. Rising wedge, bearish divergence on the oscillators at a deep retrace, a major reversal area. Historically, that's what we've done. We reverse here. All right, that's the motto of 99.50 to 10,000. Reversal. So, are there edges on the market right now? Not really. Here's the daily on Bitcoin on another chart, right? This is the other way we look at this. Also need a decibel check on the audio. Okay, it's too loud. Let me know. You can't hear me. That's problem. So the uptrend continues, where just yesterday we touched that bottom trend line for the first time since we created, the anchor point was created March 13th. So you bounced pretty well off that with a weekly close, but nothing today. Extremely flat. Very small range. After that, 3-line strike was painted yesterday. It looks like you're bull flagging a little bit on the 60-minute. Kinda. And, I mean, look, man, I can be really wrong here. Completely wrong. Going back to the 4-hour. And, of course, this could dump. We could be in Wyckoff. I think if we do dump again and we make lower lows than this 94 to 93.80 area, I think we're in Wyckoff distribution, maybe phase D. But where this happened, we should have dumped lower. But all we ended up doing was making a higher low and showing more hidden bullish divergence somehow on the RSI and bouncing off the 200 moving average with a bullish engulfing candle, but it's a 3-line strike. That's just... this price action has made me change, or just made me less confident to believe we're in Wyckoff phase D yet, the distribution phase D, until we start making lower lows. You've only, look, man, you see where I plotted it. It's almost like a sell-off, and now you're creating a potential double bottom. Right? The pause in the trend, one bottom, and then a discernible peak, which is the neckline of the potential patterns at 98.80. And then you make a second bottom, and you're still above the very important moving average. But you're not making a higher high yet. So it's like, oh man, all of a sudden you've got price contraction stuff from the two valleys and the two kind of peaks here. So, Fortunately for us, Bitcoin's not the only chart that exists out there, and there are many charts that there have been many charts that have been showing an edge where it's like, oh, low risk, high reward opportunity. Bitcoin's just not in a low risk, high reward opportunity. It's just not. You can't make it so. You can't make it that way. Music's too hype. What? Is it? I can't even hear it. This is too quiet, man. Okay, so that's Bitcoin, man. Congratulations on all your success of going sideways. I mean, really, dude, besides the one up and down with the exchanges making bank, you know, on all the transaction fees, I mean, since May 28th, you're just doing nothing, dude. I mean, I'm talking 10, 11 days now, just flat. But the other market, we have some sort of technical breakout. I mean, you broke the supply line today on the 4 hour and it closed. I mean, it's like bullish Mara Bazoo stuff. Dude, money printer go burr so hard. You're approaching the 886, which was technically kind of the next target at 32.55 here. Absolutely phenomenal performance. And this is a reflexive rally that never stopped. You're still in the same reflexive rally you were in back late March. It's the same one, man. So the same wave. And I know the 886 is here. And sure, you could reverse there. But looking left, there's nothing lined up really much with the 886. It's just there. So invisible line. But really, I mean, you think 33, that's the gap fill. That's the real next target. Though we understand we're cognizant of extremely deep retrace areas, right? We know that. But it's just not an actual looking left resistance. So above 33 is all-time highs at 33.9160. You break the 886, you fill the gap. There's a real good chance you'll see that and maybe go higher. I mean, it's nuts, dude. We are overbought now, 76.64. This is the most overbought the S&P 500 has been since, you guessed it, January 21st. It wasn't even all-time highs yet. So you were diverging there pretty hard. So great, you know, the index funds mooning like this have been extremely good for individual assets to trade or to long, not to short. My God. You think when it crashes it's going to dive hard? I just don't know, man. When are the emotes happening? Oh, okay, well, you want to know about that. I might be screwed. The fact that I play copyright music for you every day and don't monetize my streams is a reason why I may not ever get that status. Well, at least until they roll it out for everybody. And maybe that might be in 2 years or something. Who knows? It's YouTube. They don't give a crap about their content creators. All they care about is making money from the multi-billion-dollar conglomerates, right? You know, that's the CEO. The CEO, when she took over, that's what it's been. Everything's changed. So they don't care. They're not trying to really compete against Twitch. They're not trying to keep innovative streamers here on this platform. If they did, they would not be doing this. I would have the membership amenity already. I wouldn't have had to grind for 2+ years and acquire over 30,000 subscribers and still get told no in an email today. Oh my God, dude. With Synthwave comes some good songs, and then with Synthwave comes some absolutely terrible songs, like the one you were just hearing. And this is like, I think if I was wanting to ever become eligible for membership status for YouTube, I would have to play the streams like this. You hear this? There's nothing there. It's quiet. At the same time, I would have to turn on monetization. So you'd have to watch ads. That's the only way I could get membership. Like everyone else. Dude, there are people with less than 10,000 subs that smoke weed and they watch other people's streams if that's their content. And they have this amenity that I don't have. So if I get something back from this guy, this YouTube guy, I mean, we might do a full-on public thing like we did with Twitter, YouTube team or whatever. So anyway, sorry, you asked. You did, and people are curious because it was a huge milestone that we all worked hard to get to, especially like we're talking about like on Friday, Saturday, or whatever. So, all right, S&P 500. Let me pull up. Oh, another good thing. Sorry, this is just because it's up on my screen. And I know Fishhead brought it up in Discord, but hey, ACB. Remember we were like, oh, it's kind of nebulous, man. It's just right skating along that resistance, that downside. And look at this today. Huge engulfing candle up like 10+%, up 12.91%. Aurora Cannabis. Whoa. Though you haven't made a higher high than the previous high. Still kind of a supply line breakout with some sort of candle close confirmation. Wow, that's pretty good, man. Where's the music, man? Where's the music? Yeah, exactly. I've definitely missed out on over $100,000 from not monetizing my streams, which is now making me unable to have membership status. Like, it's so triggering. It just doesn't make any sense, man. All right. I can read you the email, like whatever. It's probably not important. So let's see here. It's absolutely ludicrous on Hertz, which would, I mean, followed chapter 11 or something today. I don't get it, like, really at all. It makes as much sense as YouTube does, for sure. Where Hertz hit its 2008 lows, and I think that was all-time lows, fell below it. Look at this. Sorry. Hertz, HTZ, yeah, Moon today, it's up 115%. And then after hours is up another 18.2%. All right, so you fell below this area. You've now broken back above the ice line, all-time lows from 2008. And that's where you close. So candle close confirmation, spring, successful spring. I mean, you could very well back test that spring at 493 at some point, but it's up to $6.54 just after hours. I mean, the next target on Hertz, you'd think if it's gonna actually round to the upside, would be 858. Right, 858. The next low, like June 2017, makes sense. Till then, forget about it. Right? I'm just saying, like, one would not simply just buy into an asset that is appreciated in value 115% in less than 24 hours, right? One would not simply do that. Though there was, if you're being real here, but like, who in their right mind would play bullish divergence on Hertz when it filed for bankruptcy?
New Zealand going through the second wave of unemployment, thousands being let go from jobs, yet NZX 50 nearly back at highs. Market is not the economy right now. BRR Mr. Worldwide.
6, man, thanks to the 420. Yeah, dude, it's you're right. The world economy, the individual country economies are divorced from the index funds, not just the S&P Dow Jones, but all over, right? So, and that's because central banks have decided all around the world they're going to do the same thing, and that's print their currencies into oblivion. And it will take time for that. You know, for the velocity of money, that's what's getting killed, right? I mean, it's like the velocity of money is you go into a gas station, you've got $10, and you can buy X amount of stuff. All right, well, then you go back a year later, you can only buy X amount of stuff a little bit less, right? Each year you go to that gas station, you spend your $10. It can only take you so far. And it's really not just about the consumer spending the $10. It's about the consumer spending the $10 and then the gas station clerk, you know, registering it, and then that goes into their revenue and stuff after, you know, it's their profit. It's like after expenses and overhead and all that. Then the store owner has that money and he can reinvest it into a store. He can pay his employees more. That's the velocity of money. Like when it goes from the consumer to the business, and then from the business back to consumers with reinvestments and stuff. That velocity of money is just getting pummeled. All right. Someone could find me a chart probably on it too. So anyway, get wrecked Hertz positively, I guess. Let's go to SSL, because you just think, man, there's just no way this thing can go any higher, man. No way. And it does. It closed today up 21.4%. Closed at $10.99. It's unbelievable, dude. It's crazy, right? But it's so crazy, it's amazing, right? It's like Patreon These are things that can happen in the Patreon on any month at any time. It's like, well, you know, you gotta look. Here it was, May 17th, posted this trade. Right, SSL entry was like literally where the price was. That's like how it was plotted, right? And then you just hit play. It was May 17th. All of a sudden, it's June 8th, and then it's like boom. We're less than $1 away from the second target, a 50% retrace from the previous high to the low, man.
THXS for the shout out. And
yeah,
the
man.
Bankrupt Company's Pamp comment. Glad to know him being heard. UA, SSL hype. ACB was showing hidden bullish on 4 hours. Got him before the massive pump. Hype. Respect the TA. Spell short get wrecked.
Very good. God, I didn't know when it was going to stop. It sounded like it was just going to keep stopping. Thanks, Fishhead, dude. Yeah, of course. Like, right? I mean, it's, you know, it's because of, like, people that invest in themselves and learn this stuff, and they're able to identify patterns. That only helps the community. You understand what's being built here is, like, we have a ton of learned people that we have a ton of eyes over all the markets, right? And so we can only look at so many freaking assets a day, 100, 200 charts. Well, then there's another person that knows how to do it that's looking at 100, 200 charts, but there's no, like, you know, you don't know which one each one of us is looking at. And so eventually you come to the Discord, the Patreon, and we're posting these charts. And, you know, some opportunities look way better than others. This one looked like a textbook pattern to be traded, and moonshot, right? But yeah, so hidden bullish divergence on ACB on the 4 hour, you know, and Mal was talking about a flag or something he tipped. It was like, oh yeah, there really was. Look here, listen, right? Go back to ACB real quick, just for the sake of knowledge, you know, if someone's newer. Look, a low on price and then a higher low on price. Look at the negative momentum waning, right? And it's like, all right. So that is impending price action continuation the upside. Well, you're just skating along that supply line like perfectly, and you finally just said time to pump. Very good, man. Nice identification of hidden bullish divergence on the 4 hour, man.
What we're gonna do right here is go back.
Excuse me? What are we gonna do? Go back? Huh? Oh yeah, we're going back, man. Dang, dude, so many assets today. Even space performed. It fared well. God, you know, you'd think that would count that one out, and all of a sudden, space, after the piercing line, 2 days of uncertainty, and then all of a sudden, or it's just like, what is it?
And then, just like that,
space isn't screwed, right? Remember we were looking at, and it's like, oh, we're rounding out maybe in a way, right? You're making the Momo shifting to the downside.
Great
Yeah, Roku, right?
Roku. Common DI's core community tie high P.
Sean Kelly, oh my god, having the chat, let's go.
Is that a joint?
Thank you, Sean, man. Welcome to the Patreon. Please be sure to get your Discord synced up with the Patreon so you can join us for all the attendees. Lots of attendees lately. My God. What an opportunity. But money printer, yeah. So anyway, like, thank you, Zishan, and thank you, Mr. Shelley. All right. So what was the question? Remember the piercing line we talked about, the little trivia on? All right, well, you never made a lower low than that, right? You're making a higher low now.
Hey, what's up, Mitch? Thanks for making it possible to be a part of this wonderful community. Can you check out ticker LTN, Latam Airlines?
Latam Airlines, yeah, well, look at it. Marco, yeah, Marco was big winner today. He was Nikola, which is, again, like supposed to be the competitor to Tesla. They got cool looking trucks. I mean, it's more like a traditional truck. It's not the Cybertruck, but let's take a look. So again, space making the higher lows. It's not over yet for space. So now, I guess the ball is in the bull's court. Eventually, you got to get above 1865, and eventually you're going to test this confirmation line again. You've got to, man. All right. Let's go space, dude. Yeah, Schwab man was all over Roku. I mean, just kept posting over and over and over again. He was just, he was on it, which is good. And you had a confirmed breakout today, and there were all the reasons in the world for a breakout here. I mean, he was posting the chart. I think it was multiple patrons. It wasn't just him. Multiple patrons posting this falling wedge pattern with extreme amounts of seller exhaustion. Goodness gracious. Look at this, man. I mean, it doesn't get much more perfect than this. All right, but the thing is, it doesn't get more perfect than a bearish bat pattern at a supply line hitting and a reversal happening, right? Isn't that nice? Then on the daily, you had bearish divergence up there too. So, sorry, let me make that only. So the falling wedge, they were posting, the patrons were posting. Yep, this is, dude. All right, you see this, right? Now I get it. The trend isn't really bullish. You are consecutive lower highs. That sucks, right? But again, man, it's hard to ignore such a nice bread and butter way to trade. Right? It's like a bottom. It's the shortening of the thrust, the kind of lower low double bottom, and extended amounts of divergence. And then, and then look on the RSI, there was even a little tail end. Classic, Class A. Ooh, classy. So lots of coinciding variables there. I'm sure you at the low to high hit a 50% retrace or something. Low to high. Oh yeah, right around there. Right around that 50%, 98.87. So a breakout confirmed today.
Look here. Look, listen.
So what does this look like? Right? What does this look like? It looks like a previous trade setup on Bitcoin, I guess a couple weeks ago, that successfully played out. So your targets on this, I know there's the supply line, but without the supply line context, you do your thing, man. 50% retrace, 119.66, number one, and then number two is the 618. Oh, that happens to line up perfectly with the supply line. Are you kidding me, man? 124.27. These are your targets for a wedge trade. 1 and 2. And then if you want to do 3, then you go 130 or 134, the 786, 886, whatever your stomach for risk can handle, whatever you want, all right? A lot of people just do 1 and 2 and they're out, and that's fine. I mean, that here, it could make perfect sense why someone would take profit and be done with the trade because of that big supply line, all right? Are we cool, man?
Bruh.
On Roku? Look, did you see this, right? Burn this in your mind. And then we do this right here. God, it's too perfect. It's not even fair. This is the stock market, and then all of a sudden we look at the crypto market, which is Bitcoin. Imagine someone being like, technical analysis doesn't work at all in crypto, dude. And then you show them Roku, and then you show them this Bitcoin. That was a trade setup, dude. You had the bullish divergence on the look, man. It's almost identical. Divergence on the MACD had been developing, and then the RSI in the end on that shortening of the thrust developed, right? And then you get MACD was first, and then all of a sudden right here on the RSI, right there, that little dump, that shortening of the thrust, and then boom, right? Targets, all 3 targets acquired, whatever, man. That happened, sure. But if not, look, you're still just right around that 3rd target area. So,
Bruh.
dang, man, be loud. Jeff, plenty of people care about stocks. I'm sorry you're missing out on so much money that you're saying that. I mean, you mean when you say no one cares about stocks, that's literally only you, right? You're the only one that doesn't care about making stupid amounts of money because there's been so much opportunity there. Way more than crypto, actually. So. So I gotta look at Marco's asset, LTM. Yeah, interesting look, for sure. Now, I mean, God, you know, it's kind of screwed now. I mean, it's so high, like, won't last for long. Okay, dude, fine. Do you think crypto is a better, like, it'll last longer? You know, the stock market's got over 100 years of data and success, right? Where Bitcoin has like 10 years. Extra amount of delivery. Oh my god, I have in the chat. Let's go.
Is that a joint?
Thanks, dude. Welcome to the Patreon, man. Check your tracking. It's 80's stream if you didn't know. New overlays and stuff like that. Thanks to Chaylin for the help. So it looks like confirmed 193, maybe 194 patrons. All right, so we're getting closer to that 200 mark. We only had 200 patrons once in history, and that was July of last year. Everyone FOMO'd into Patreon after the buying climax of June 26, 2019. Unreal, right? So it's like, that's not the time. The time to join's like before the FOMO kicks in. So you think, right, a lower low, crazy amounts, like stupid amounts of divergence, right? If this was in a Marco, like, dang, dude, 2 days ago, right? Or, you know, 2 trading days ago, like Thursday or Wednesday, you know, you're bringing up LTM, and it's like, well, man, you know, unfortunately, this thing's up 38% today.
Not great, not terrible.
Thank you for the 3.6 Rolkin. Not great, not terrible. Cheers. Scuba Steve. Thank you, man. So, and that's great and all, but it's starting to play. It's all right. So it's up 38%, and after hours, it's up 12.7%. So it's really tough as a swing trader to be like, it's time to buy. You just filled a gap as of today. So man, that could have been great. You know, it's just a little too late with the money printer. It kind of taken away tons of it. So, but anyway, a lower low. You'd think this could be Dragon-esque, right? In a way, we could try to size it up. So you did, if it's a dragon, then it broke out today. That's, well, I don't know, man. It's kind of off there. Not really good. I don't think the retrace was deep enough, probably. But if this was a dragon, and you were going to actually trade this like a dragon, you have to bear with me here, because you know the discernible swing highs up here, but like this is the high of the dragon. This is the height of maybe the pattern. I don't know though, man. I would still probably go with this high up here to low. It just doesn't make sense there. So if you're, okay, instead of targeting for the 618, you just target for the 50% retrace if you're fibbing up there, right, more conservatively. So I guess the target in time on LTM could be 661. That would probably be the target. Now, if you want to be conservative, then you say 530, the 382, and the 50%. Okay. Hold on. Hello. Alright. It should be better. I was getting word that my audio was screwed for a minute, so I just unplugged it, replugged it back in, because that's how everything fixes now. Okay, sounds like that's like a customer service, multi-billion-dollar industry. Did you try doing this? Unplugging it, plugging back in? Thanks so much. Right? All around the world, customer service people say the same thing for everything, and it works. So maybe you could look at it like a dragon, or something. If you're trying to size it up with Fibonacci and trend lines broken and all that, just thinking outside the box of a way of looking at high to low, 50%, maybe in time. Now, I think though, you gotta be cognizant of another gap fill at 451, which is this low right here. So that would be your target, your first target, 450, and after that could be probably 661. All right, if it's gonna happen. I don't know. Money printer. Like once the once this crazy L-shaped recovery is done, you know, most of these things are going to get killed if the run stops. Or is it just going to be 1987 2.0 again? Or for the first time, it'll be the 2.0. I don't know. Seems like that's the way it's going right now. God. Okay. Great. Weird. Right. Really weird. Okay, let's go back to crypto for a minute. You know, you want to see a weird looking chart? I mean, not really weird, but look at the daily on Ethereum, you know. Well, I got an uptrend. We could look at it like an uptrend, but this is price, pure and simple price contraction after a nice move up. So I think it's like waiting on Bitcoin. Really waiting on Bitcoin. It's the meme, dude. It's the Forrest Gump meme. You know about it. If Bitcoin wants to run at 99.50, Ethereum's going to easily hit 251 and probably would hit the 100% measure move of the, at this point, the way we look at it, the complex inverse head and shoulders that is an ascending triangle at the same time, so bullish that it ends up becoming two different really strong patterns. I mean, you were $1.50 away from it. But again, it could be over. Like if Bitcoin starts dumping, you understand Ethereum's coming right back down to 226, 227 again, and then could break that and go lower. So it's all on Bitcoin, man. Whatever on these altcoins, it's awesome. You gotta like that sometimes the altcoins are pumping because Bitcoin's doing nothing. Yeah, Bat's killing it. Oh, hey, guess what happened last night, man? Hey, Moon Boy! Oh my God!
Vet Moon Boy tipped $25. Vet versus TSLA. A race to the moon.
I don't know, man. $420 million
Is that a joint?
market cap, and not a peep. Not a peep. That's when I know you're triggered. Just kidding. Completely kidding, dude. But I think that's cool. You didn't even comment. You have to comment on that, okay? Because that's so rare. Let's see if it's still that. It's probably moved a little bit since earlier. I'm gonna check it out. But we will look. Yeah, seriously, Leech ain't doing things. We'll see. How close are we? Yeah, look, it's climbed up a little bit, but if you don't know, chat, this is it. Look, VeChain, $420 million market cap, dude.
Is that a joint?
So which one should we look at first? I guess we'll look at, because it's up 6.25%. Look, man, I think it was kind of an arbitrary pattern. I was like, I normally just been looking at this on the daily, you know, and then I went to the 4 hour. I was looking at a bunch of other altcoins, just scanning, and I'm like, okay, this was down here, and I'm like, all right, that's 2 touch points. And there's 2 down here, so it's kind of like price contraction, symmetrical, and so it did break out. But the thing is, it's right at its previous high. You've got to break 7.7 tenths of 1 cent, and right above that is a critical historical overhead resistance. It's the top of the range, man. Top of the friggin' range. But look at this, zoomed out. You just think about, man, if Bitcoin remains in a bullish trend, and you've got like altcoins like Ethereum Classic and EOS and Litecoin, maybe some Bitcoin Cash, they just are still down here, right? They're still finding their way. You think maybe they have a chance to do this too, but we know about VeChain, it's a little bit more fundamental on why they're so high so fast, and it was, you know, partnerships with Bayer. I mean, this is real news catalyst stuff. And again, it's not going to be easy up here, but you could break it. Dude, you're still like in the same wave here. You didn't even have a real reversal. So like you could run up, hit these targets up here, and then reverse, and then run again to higher highs, and that's when you'd start showing bearish divergence. You just don't have much bearish divergence yet at all. I mean, 2 days ago, you had a bullish engulfing candle, and now you're bullishly engulfing again. So, I mean, breaking. Look, the one good thing about VeChain is like.
Vet Moon Boy tip $25. Seeing vet bull porn news articles about $1 price target. Probably time to sell everything. JKJK. P.S. Hi Julia.
Oh my god. Okay, I just saw your text, but ow. Yeah, dude. What is it? $1 though? I mean, let's talk about 1 cent first. How about 2 cents? 2 cents, and then we'll talk about $1, okay? Because we're starting to, like, that kind of talk, dude, is like XRP talk. XRP is at 20 cents, and people talking about $589. It's kind of the same equivalent. $1, but not even 1 penny yet. But the good news is, right, I was about to say, if you break this range for real, there was very little support resistance built on the way up and down. So that means you would go straight up. It'd be like a twig and thatch. I mean, just things aren't going to be... It'd just be very smooth rides up, straight up to 1.14 cents. That's not even a major peak. I mean, the major peak, dude, is like up here at like 1.9 cents. I remember we're like, holy crap, it almost hit 2 pennies. Rising wedge destroyed. So you got to break this, and we'll know. I'll add an alert forever. We start really getting up there. Hello? Waiting. Man, technology being like fast and efficient has really spoiled us. I'm getting impatient with an alert when it takes 3 seconds to show up. That's not good. It just happens though. It's the byproduct of instant gratification and speed. Good Lord. Oh yeah, I need to put on my sunglasses, right? Because it's 80's. And this, look, man, you know what? Where I live, where I'm from, not much changes. All right, so fashion doesn't change here. So like 1985 in Alabama, this is what people wore, okay? In the year 2020, this is what people wear. That's, you live in a conservative place, not much changes, including, again, fashion. So, look at a Tesla, man. Tesla, dude. Alright, man, alright. Well, you didn't get a chance to see your not favorite asset, Moon, up 7% today, nearing all-time highs. It did close at its all-time highs for where traders settled up. Traders have never settled up at 949.92. Never.
Rumor on the street is Morpheus Network is going to buy VeChain. What are you going to do with all that Morpheus coin, that Moon Boy?
I think he had to run. So, yeah, I don't know about Morpheus coin. Rumor is, though, that rumors happen all the time in crypto. So, I don't know, dude. I mean, above, you know, I think the next target is $1,000, or it's 949.90, or sorry, 970, the wick high. And above that's 1,139, 1,227, and 1,354. The fib extensions, they're already there. The targets are there, dude. Yeah, I know, right? Of course. 5150. He said, dude, use XRP. I'm good. We kings. Let's go. XRP army in the chat, man. Let's go. What, maybe the Japanese candlestick pattern book by Steve Neeson, Matt W? Not a bad one. It never, I mean, that's how, I mean, that was kind of like the first thing I got into when I got into TA, which was just Japanese candlesticks. So, Definitely worth reading. Okay. Oh, and okay, now it's starting to rain. Well, we know about my power grid being trash here, so if my internet, if my power goes out, it's probably a flicker, and the stream will be over. So just know, if all of a sudden I'm not live, the power went out because it's terrible. I mean, I think there's about a 75% chance my power flickers or goes out anytime there's rain. All right. Tesla shorts, Tesla shorts, graveyard. Literal graveyard. It's been that way since like 2014, 2015. So, not surprising. All right. So, Fishy wanted to look at UA too. There's just a trade setup, right? Yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's up almost 4%. That was only because of the gap up. It sold off most of the day. But look what it did. Okay, all right, I'm answering on his behalf. He says... All right, yeah. So, I don't know. He told me to answer on his behalf, so I will. If Morpheus Coin's going to buy VeChain, good, because I literally love Morpheus. I love it more than VeChain. Those are Vet Moon Boys. Words, okay, not mine. Sorry, dude. I'm sending him the TTS, the question.
Please take a look at the skew index. It just jumped 10% on post-market.
What's up, Kuti?
We're on the upper range. Scary.
Skew index. Wheel. It's just SKEW, right? I mean, is there another ticker for it? Skew. I mean, when we look at this, there's not much we can do, right? Look. So it just looks like an oscillator. Oscillates between 113 and, 150 or so. So he's saying it's up 10% after hours. Kotick, that's cool, man. I just don't, for the sake of things, I don't really know what I can do. It closed here at 129. So we're at 143. So you're near the top, right? I just chose this high here. I mean, you could look, there's high, there's a higher high, there's a higher high, there's a highest high. Whoa, it's almost like this, like look. There you go, dude. It's a right angled and ascending broadening formation its whole lifespan. What? That's crazy, man. So tell me more about this whole whatever.
Hi Mitch, any way we could check out Kron? Possible bearish harmonic?
I don't know, man. Let me I'm gonna have to shift around some of my I'm just kidding. Yeah, dude, we'll look at it. In the version of the Matrix where Morpheus is a legitimate coin, I already sold it to buy a Tesla. Those were his real words. Fishhead. So he did respond. I am the whatever. I am his emissary for now. Oh yeah, Chronos, man. Chronos. Yeah, dude. All the divergence. It's really like, dude, divergence, convergence, man. Moon, right? It's up $8 today. All pots up like that, right? I just picked CGC. That's mine. All right. So all the other ones are doing things. This one already broke out. I don't know. I haven't looked at. This is an unupdated chart. And remember this uptrend you were in, and you eventually fell out of it, but made it to some stronger supports. It looks like. But yeah, man. This low. This slightly higher low. Look at that, man. Is that some spring and a back test of the spring? Kind of, yeah. So good stuff, man. If you're talking about a double bottom, this was the neckline. I mean, targets are up here, probably around 1050. Old support resistance up here. So I mean, you think the first target would, look, that's it. Look where you are. You're at some serious resistance here. I mean, if you can break that, I don't see why, this asset wouldn't eventually see between 962 and 1030 again. I mean, up here, right? Peaks. So, I mean, it's going to test $9 probably. Oops. So look, man, I mean, there's just so many ways to size up charts. Whatever you feel comfortable with, Bulkowski patterns or not, just Fibonacci with higher lows, understanding the psychology of a chart. Like, look at that accumulation and a support, and then you can just say, all right, I'll look at it like a double bottom, a confirmed double bottom now. All right, fine, completely acceptable. All right, you can be conservative with your targeting. I mean, you're almost there at this point. Target, oh, look at that, man. Your target is literally 100% retrace somehow, right? Perfect from that. That's the target, dudes. That's probably where it's going. And if it breaks that, 1050. Okay. Chronos. Bearish harmonic. Oh, yeah. Bearish bat. Overbought. I don't know about that, man. Like, is it really a good idea of an asset that's been getting devastated since February of last year, so over a year, and is now showing forms of accumulation? I mean, sure, it could reverse the 886. It very well could, but you also want to be looking at like the bulls, right? The bullish argument is up, money printer go burr. It would reverse maybe the 886 if the money printer stopped, but what if the money printer continues, gravity just keeps being defied, pot stocks keep going. But we've talked about pot, man. Pot had been in a huge downtrend and things have started reversing on them, and eventually think about hitting that and then selling off and going all the way back down to $6 for like some complex inverse head and shoulder stuff. That will be nuts. We'll keep Cron in the mix, but yeah, it broke out, man. All right, definite like breakout. No matter where it's like here, you broke out. Even if you adjust after that, look, I mean, the breakout was there. You broke out technically April just to make a higher low, and now you're going. So, geez, Fibonacci from there, high to low, dude, forget about it. You got targets up here. If this is the major reversal point, like if all we're gonna do now, if the trend is reversed on Cron, and you're gonna go into like a multi-month uptrend, to just make common retraces from the correction you've been in, God, then your targets are between $12 and nearly $17, $16.93 for that golden retrace. So those are your major targets for, just again a rally. Like you sell off, the wave would eventually end.
I bought Ford T $4.13 and I'm currently 80% up. I just thought people should know. That's all.
Aimtai, thanks for the threes, dude. Ford was showing pretty crazy looking stuff on the monthly patrons, right? I remember looking at this on Patreon night with y'all. It was like a huge harmonic. Ford Connect. Of course, none of the work saved. Maybe it's only visible somewhere. Yeah, dude. I mean, it's unreal, dude. It's unfreaking real on Ford. Let me show you. This was it. My work didn't save, but it was a bat or near a Gartley. Now I was closer to a Gartley. I mean, this is textbook, dude. I mean, this is a bullish Gartley reversal pattern on the monthly. You understand that, right? The pattern's size. You have a Gartley the size of 12 years. 12-year large pattern. Hit its PCZ, a 786 near the 1414. It did hit the 1414. Yeah, I mean, confluence there. This is like where it's the monthly. Look at this. Starting. Where eventual targets, it could take a year or two, or a couple of years to maybe 3 years, to eventually hit 1150, 1329, and then maybe Casey Stubbs targets, you know, you're talking about 1735 and 1908. So this pattern is insane, but it's a position hold. It's not some sort of a monthly bullish divergence. This is very similar to GE, but I like Gartley's a lot more than I like Sharks. Gartley's are the best, man. They're the goats. So burn that image in your mind, man. I mean, you've got lots of upside potential on Ford. And look, the ebbs and flows, right? I mean, months go by, it sells off, you know, and then eventually it pivots, makes a higher low, and runs again. And this is just one that one has to be extremely patient. It's just holding in one's portfolio, reinvesting the dividends while this position trade plays out. Again, could take forever because of the size of the pattern. This is a monthly, dude, not a joke. But this was discussed in the Patreon, in the pregame, like a few pregames ago. I think volatility is just continuing to slide. And that's good for investors. That's really good for people who invest in the stock market. But dang, man, look at the VIX on the daily. I don't know where any of my work is on my support resistances. So for the first time, the VIX is touching the 200-day moving average since February 20th. All right. You know, we were looking, it might have been a reversal point, but it's just impossible. How can the volatility like look, this is where you're at, man. You're back at these 2018 highs, kind of holding them. What's up, Barcy? Thanks for the sub. Back from June 2016, December 2015, December 2014. You see that, right? This is like kind of where it's holding up right now. The lower it goes, the better it is. But you just keep, you know, this is what we identified. It was like a falling wedge, false breakout. There was all this divergence, and it just keeps selling off. It just keeps going down. So I don't know what to tell you, man. It's really tough to something like this. It's really tough to like, are the technicals that good? Is it really gonna be a good trade? How can it if stocks keep going up? How can the TA even play out, you know, if money printers working on another market or working on the equities market? So it's just almost like a channel, whatever. This is the structure here at the 200-day moving average, and maybe it's reversing, but doesn't really look like it, man. You hold the support, maybe it does. It's not going to maybe be based on technicals. Maybe it's going to be more based on like actual volatility on the markets. That's what this thing is. So a lot harder to use TA on this. Okay. Man, it's the 8th. You didn't know. 80's stream. Hopefully you can tell, right? It's a little different than normal streams. So dang, man, you know, switching gears up again. Let's go back to crypto. Tron Connect, that had been on a pretty gangbuster run, has pulled back at a very, I mean, it's typical. It's like, whoa, really? It's reversing here? You gotta be kidding me, dude. Look, 1.8 cents area. That's it, man. Above that's kind of blue skies. There's just not much resistance above this. So Tron pulling back here after having a nice run up to it, testing it, I mean, makes sense. But if it breaks it, dude, I mean, you're talking Tron's, it would have a nice move up to over 2 cents. But a very, very nice established uptrend. It's been doing well. Here's the 4 hour. Yeah, a little pullback. It happens in uptrends at critical resistance areas, you know, and above that could be moon. So it looks like it's resetting the oscillators, but it does look like there's a little bit of bearish divergence on the 4 hour, well, at least the RSI somewhat, but a lot of oscillation in between, making it less clear. I mean, the thing is, though, you say, well, maybe we come and back test 1.66 cents. And it's like, dude, you were already back testing it, you know? Like, maybe you don't before testing 1.8 cents again. Again, it probably has everything to do with Bitcoin, too, you know?
Can you check out the stock WPG?
Is that a joint?
Sure. Thanks for the 420. Oh my god, terrible. Well, on the monthly. Terrible. What a beautiful downtrend. But yeah, insanely up, right? It's up 49% today. Wow. What was we talking about? Wow, it's up 49%. What's the point of even looking at it, right? All it's done ever has been devastated since it IPO'd. That's it, dude. Alright, so I don't know, man. Good. That's good. Great. Everyone's a winner, dudes. There you go. Beautiful downtrend. Nice heartline respect. Nice 75% trend line respect on both sides. Whoa. And so nothing's really been broken, right? I mean, you're just looking at a trend line here adjusted right there. No breakout. You're below the 200-day moving average. You're normally always below it. And the most recent major event on this chart is all-time lows. So who cares, right? That's great, though. What are we going to do with this? What are we going to do with an asset that's up 50% on the day that's been doing nothing but making lower highs, lower lows throughout history, right? Wow. So weird, man. I got Jalen to make this awesome thumbnail, and then I post it, thumbnail updated, and then it shows my weekly candle close stream thumbnail. Still, I think it's like, what the is the point of this? Yeah, YouTube, Google been acting up. I mean, my Gmail's been acting up. Everything on YouTube's been acting up. Everything, dude. Just like, what is wrong with them? And somehow I've been live for an hour, which is insane. But only it's only good, man. So we can go back to Bitcoin. Yeah, we'll look at GE. Zishan. GE, I'm still holding, man. But it's just like, great, dude. I mean, yeah, it's, what is it? GE's like 30% or something. But then you got things like Ford that are up 80%. Yeah, it's nuts, dude. A lot of, I mean, it's just a lot of money that was scared is getting back in the market, clearly, on top of the unlimited quantitative easing. So that's like why things are just pumping so much. So yeah, we got less than 1 hour until your daily candle close. Bitcoin is doing everything that the stock market is not doing. I mean, besides the effery for the pump and the dump, right? You hadn't done crap since May 28th. You hadn't done anything. So, still making higher lows than your previous lows, bullish engulfing.
Is that a
First
joint?
off, congrats on 30K. What a king. Sorry so behind. I had a busy weekend, but super stoked for you, brother. We're all so lucky to have your guidance.
Thanks, Element of P, for the 420, dude. Really, really appreciate it, man. Yeah, dude. It's been crazy. Kind of a, you know, bad aftertaste of getting 30K, like a huge milestone, and then being told no from the very entity that told you this is how you get an amenity that I desired, that I deserved, but I'm not getting it. So it's all good, dude. Hey, thanks, man. So mysteries abound on Bitcoin. To me, it still seems kind of bullish, right? Just based on the previous price action. I just, that's it, man. Like, because there's not much of an edge. But the edge, I mean, like, it's not an edge, but it's like low. Here's a higher low than that low. Here's a low, but it's higher than this low. And then all of a sudden, this low is technically higher than this low. Barely, but it is there if you identify it. And the price action correlation bouncing off that 200 moving average is really, really cool. You know, we've done that before. Only once really in the past couple of years. And it was back here, the very beginning of the big run, right? Right back here. It was just like how the price, you know, it started with a bullish Gartley, you know, just bouncing off the 200 moving average enough times, you know, and then, you know, just boom, you were gone. Finally, just sellers got tired of trying. That's a good sign, you know, when you're above the 200 moving average like this. So historically, it's happened. So you want to stay above that. You want to keep making higher lows, and everything else will work out. Eventually, you'll get a huge impulse candle up, not down. So like similar type price action where you fell below it, you were exhausted, and then this trade played out. That means like bullish indicators and oscillators worked out really well. That's good. That means like the trend could still very well be bullish. You know, in an extremely bearish condition, Bitcoin's falling wedge with this type of price action would run up, hit 382, maybe the first target, and then dump again down to 8,500 and then lower, right? So that just didn't happen. It didn't do that. And since then, you're still making freaking higher lows. There's still some sort of accumulation going on Bitcoin, man. So that's why it's like, it's kind of a little bit more bullish than bearish until we make lower lows and start getting closer to 8,500, 8,700. That's it, dude. All right? Starting to just say, screw this trend line is probably not being regarded very well. You know, it almost looks like a 60-minute bull flag of some sort. Just, you had the huge impulse up, or not huge, just a moderate impulse up, and now you've just been consolidating for 24 hours. What's up, Atani? So this is GE, man. All right. Up 7.3% today. God. It hit the 382 last week and this week. Friday and today. A huge bullish shark. A much, much smaller pattern than Ford. We'd have to get the monthly. But look, man. It started in December 2018. This is where, hey, man, we can actually make some good profit in a relatively reasonable amount of time. Unlike Ford's just like, you look at that Gartley and you're like, oh, I'm just going to invest in this and just hold it for 3 to 5 years. Because I think that's we're at a reversal point on Ford. And I think other people see that pattern too and agree. So 382 from the high point to low point, understandable. You've hit the golden zone now. All right. So the next target's 937, and that's 937. You know, there could be a more major reversal, because that's a 200-day moving average. We haven't even seen the 200 moving average since March 5th. And then above that is 1029, the golden retrace. And a little bit above that is some overhead resistance. It's looking like. So this thing keep running. There was tons of divergence at the PCZ of the pattern. Man, it was just too friggin' perfect. All of this was identified in the Patreon. It just so happens this time it was in the Patreon pregame voice chat, like where we saw bullish stuff on in the short term, but we didn't zoom out and we just got to talking. It's like, dang, man, this is actually a harmonic, a beautiful one. So no, we did not look at gold, but we can. What are you talking about? We're looking at gold right now. Just kidding. It did bounce. Some.
What up, Mitch? Showing Lil love. What a time to be alive, man.
Is that a joint?
Yes. What a time to be alive. Unlimited quantitative easing. Cultural Marxism holding the West hostage right now. Like, really? Dude, that's so real right now. But we're not going to talk about politics here. But man, you're right. The world is insane. I mean, it's gone literally insane. A new chapter. So yeah, gold's had a bullish harami, I guess.
Can the Legion of Kings flood YouTube with complaints regarding the 30k amenities? Either way, man, can't stop you. Can we take another look at our boy VSTO after today's close? Looks like it closed above the 50% retrace, but a close above 12.28 is ideal.
No Vista, no views, man. I don't know, I guess my work didn't save here either. Yeah, overhead resistance, big time. Like, you'll probably test it tomorrow. You were so close to a resistance looking left, but yeah, it depends what high you're looking at. Yeah, the high from $20, probably the 50%. This looked good though, right? I mean, all the divergence, convergence, vistas of the views, but this is where you are, big time. So 12.29. If you can break that, dude, wow, you probably got a good chance of going to 17 bucks. If that sounds insane, but look, man, this is visible on the weekly. Atom and atom, weekly double bottom. I mean, this is a potential major reversal here, and you did break out. Look, I mean, you just right here, supply line busted. You busted it, man. About 3 weeks ago. So yeah, I mean, from that high to low. It was at 382, right? That's you see the next target if you break that is the 50%. I know you're looking at this one, but dude, look at the weekly, right? This is the way to look at it. And you could, it's probably just a channel, right? Look. Duh, right? Yeah. Something like it might be we could perceive it as a wedge, whatever, man. Doesn't matter. So breakout. Yeah. You could reverse here, but I think if it breaks this, you've got fib targets, but like, overhead resistance, there's none until like 17 bucks. And then above that's like $19.50 to $20. So yeah, Vista Outdoors, not bad, dude. Not too shabby. Look at this. You're 64 on the RSI on the weekly, so you're not overbought. So man, this might have room to run for a while, right? Yes. I sure as heck ain't got no Vista, no views, man. Thanks, dude. So still out of the pattern, but there was 4-hour Gia in Patreon posted a 4-hour chart, and it was a bullish divergence. So it looks like it's played out to give you the green candle, but maybe we come to back test 1703. Maybe we come to back test the trend line that we broke before reversing the downside again. Or does money printer go brr? High or low, I guess. Than these lows, and it just moons. You got me, man. It doesn't look that great on the daily nor the weekly, but the 4-hour, right? This is, this was an old idea, right? Yeah, could have gone the 1414. Another this is right around the 1414. So you could get a major over. This was what she was talking about. Right here, let me show you. Right there. So impending price action reversal to the upside, you got it, but only a lower high for now. Until you break above 1720, you're still kind of bearish. I think that's kind of the thing. You just know, until 1720 is broken, you gotta say it's still kind of bearish. Yes. Marco, yes, it's still very, dude, it'd be like us looking at an asset up 50% or 100% on the day, which it is. There's just nothing I can do. We look at it and it's like, whoa, that's so cool, man. But there's no benefit. Like, what happens? Like, everyone watching the stream gains no benefit of looking at a Nikola chart that's up 100% today. Like, it just doesn't. Great, dude. Yes, we're announcing. All the viewers understand and are cognizant now that it's up 100%, but to look at it, it's like, great. Yep, King Louis, I saw that too. Or someone posted in the Discord. Exchange reserves of Bitcoin are at all-time lows. Exchange reserves of Tether are increasing, and normally when that happens throughout history, when exchange reserves go down, that means somewhat after, there's a big bull run. So yeah, saw that article, whatever. Yeah, it's like, hey, can we please look at something that's up 20 to 50% today? Sure. Yeah. Norwegian cruise lines, yes.
Can we take a look at dollar NCLH?
Sure, Big Pan. Yeah, you broke above your IPO price today. Oh, really? Yeah, AMD is actually promising. It really is. We'll look at NCLH
Let's look at AMD.
and AMD.
It's not up 140% yet.
Yep. Maybe soon.
Mitch, can you please take a look at TNJ/USD on the 4-hour? Is it pivoting on a MACD bullish divergence?
Yes,
Thanks.
it is.
Is that a joint?
I posted that chart for patrons in the Discord earlier today about Engine showing bullish divergence. I believe it was hidden. No, it was classic. It was definitely classic bullish divergence. Yes, we'll look. So here's your NCLH, Norwegian Cruise Line. Just doing what other assets are doing. It actually filled a gap today for the first time. We're looking at the weekly, all right? So there's more resistance historically at 28.15 that I think would be tested soon, maybe tomorrow, God. And above that, you're thinking starts getting a little easier. 34.44, then above that, right, 37.24. So if you break 28.15, you could just run to much higher prices real fast again. Man, I don't even know, man. Yup, it was I think we've looked at this, or it may be the exact same one.
Thoughts on MTI? Thanks for all you do, Brother King.
Anonymous, we can look at it. Yeah, it was just a triangle or something, right? It was like, oh yeah, the fake out triangle. All right, yeah, it broke out. The measure moves up here. All right, sweet. Sorry, I have to keep redoing these because I don't save on this chart, but we do a lot of analysis here. So just redoing it, whatever. Look, man, if you want to be completely technical here, fine. What a Monday. There you go. 100% measure move is at 28.15. That's the target. A gap filled today. That is all I can tell you. Above the measure move, 100% measure move, and the overhead resistance is $34 to $37. There you go, man. Norwegian Cruise Line. And then we go to AMD, which, you know, the bat, fantastic. But now I think we have really nice downsloping consolidation and could be setting up our prices. Just a gentleman like that, you know, fell out of it to look, you back tested it, just going sideways. You know, someone had an idea. I mean, this is probably wrong, but I understand the kind of how it's working, how it's going right now. Or it's just kind of like this, cup with handle, man. I mean, yeah, definitely kind of cup with handle. Right? I mean, a bearish pattern played out, but I mean, underperforming pretty bad. So, momentum shifting structure, and after the momentum shifting structure is some sort of downsloping consolidation, which we know is bullish. I mean, that's not bad, and that's how we could eventually get to much higher prices. I mean, we know the inverse head and shoulders pattern here, the 100% measure move is 62.80. We never got there. So you think that would get hit if the money printer continued to burr. But dude, a structure this large, right? I mean, just going from the bottom to now, like, kind of the top. I'm saying, like, you know, you got maybe now a neckline here. So necklines right there. Even if you run to the upside, you break this flag, I mean, there's going to be a supply line at 57.82. But, you know, breaking out of that, I mean, 100% measure move, you wouldn't even believe it right now. You can't. It's impossible to believe because it's so insane. It's such a large structure. 100% measure moves like 79.50 or something stupid, okay? I know, it's wild. It doesn't even make sense. But it's AMD, man. They kill it, dude. They do very well. And this is one where I actually could believe it eventually, okay? AMD, 100% measure move of this. You don't have to call it a cup with handle. You can call it whatever the F you want. $80 target, kind of $79 target. All right. Nice, more stimulus. Are you sure? Can we get a source on that? What is it? All right, so that was for you, Schwab, man. Okay. Shout out to patrons who identified this before I did. Well, I mean, it's not like our analysis was off, but it was just kind of like, yeah, outside the box thinking in a way. I don't care. We're not calling it a couple with handle. We'll call it whatever the F we want. It's a momentum shifting structure with downsloping consolidation after it that first part was completed. Okay, so that's good enough for me, man. So Engine was next, and yes, there is classic bullish divergence on Engine, and it's up almost 4%. Yep, look, a low on price, the same low on price, higher or lower levels of negative momentum. Looks very clear here, and holding a support. Definitely holding a support all the way back from May of 29. That peak right there was tested twice. You held it, and now you're probably going to run back up to 21, or what is it? 21.05 cents. That's probably, if you break that, man, my God, dude, you probably start, 22 cents, and then after that, eventually 25 cents. So yeah, this thing is killing it. This is one of the best looking altcoins because of its structure. Where we, plotted this, it was like, finished the plotting it April 13th, right? It was like 1, 2, and 3 touches. You leave it alone and look at it. Yeah, you break out of it a couple times up thrust, but it's perfect, man. Look how you're holding the heart line of the channel too. It's just freaking nice. I keep having to extend this out because it keeps staying in the channel. It's in such a nice uptrend right now. So yes, in a crazy uptrend, you've got some seller exhaustion. Bitcoin 97.41. Finally doing something a little bit, but we'll see. It's been meh today. Dude, I'm like out of coffee, man. Goes in chat. What was it? Are we breaking up, man? Hardly. Remain calm. What are you saying? Oh, the money printer. Well, what about Bitcoin, dude? I would certainly think Bitcoin would get money printer liquidity at some point, somehow. Trickle through the cracks. VeChain's up almost 7% now. BAT is up 7% right now. All right, so Engine has sort of an edge, right? You double bottoming, you made a low, you made the lower low, but the exhaustion's there. You could rally and test 22 cents in, assuming Bitcoin holds up. I'll go to BAT, which is also in a really, really nice. Look at this, dude. I mean, you can't even.
Look here. Look, listen.
Just gorgeous uptrend. And broke a critical overhead resistance from March 6th. That's huge, man. That's not a joke. Technical breakout on BAT, where we tested as resistance, June 5th, pinged patrons at everyone last night when we were around 23.3 cents. At everyone. Hello? Hidden bullish divergence. You're like, it's the only asset on the market right now, in the crypto market, that was showing hidden bullish divergence. And after posting at everyone, letting everyone know, warning people about this impending price action continuation, the upside, also showed, look, every time we showed hidden bullish divergence in this uptrend, huge moves to the upside. Look, hidden bullish divergence was right here on the higher low. Look where we went afterwards. Boom. Look, hidden bullish divergence right here on this higher low. Where do we go afterwards? Yeah, man. All right, hidden bullish divergence appeared again. Look where we're going. History's repeating itself. TA is being respected very well in this uptrend, not downtrend. Yeah, gotta look at MoneyGram too. Yep. Sorry. Not much to look at, dude. I mean, what is there really to look at besides everything we've talked about over and over and over, where it's at the top of the range after gapping up and hasn't broken it? That's it. If you break it to the upside, yeah, you got a real good chance of seeing like 460, but again, it hadn't happened. You haven't seen negative momentum on MoneyGram on the daily since freaking March 26th, man. All right, just all this positive Momo, overbought. And if you don't break this at some point soon, you're probably going to eventually fill the gap at like 260, 270. All right, so another thing to look at, you're at a critical overhead resistance and you haven't broken it. But you haven't rejected it yet either. That's all there is to look at on MGI. There's no edge on the market. It's just critical areas at the top of a freaking range. It looks like a lot of, it almost looks like VeChain doesn't it? It's the Walmart stuff. Yeah, Walmart rumors, the only time he broke out. I'm just kidding, but that's like VeChain had its Walmart rumors, and it broke out crazy and dumped.
Take a peek at right in 4 hours. So strong. It's like Pac-Man.
Why look at it on the 4 hour? We just look at it on the monthly, dude, because that's, you know, the monthly shows us the target. Yeah, dude, it's crazy. You know, the cool thing, here's your daily on region. Remember, it all started with a bullish shark pattern with a bullish divergence identified on the stream. You'll remember. It was gorgeous. Never thought it would do something like, I mean, you know, the monthly did say maybe would do that, but we were starting to think, hey man, maybe there could be a reversal here or at the 113% retrace, and it just it got too high to a point. It's like, all right, we're just forgetting that, because you're trying to shorting a pharmaceutical company that is a market leader for trying to get COVID vaccines and cures. That's like shorting Jesus on Christmas. It's just not going to work out, probably, right? So yeah, just mooning, but continuing the divergence on the daily, right? Over and over and over, but who cares, right? You had divergence down here, you reverse some, you rally again. So where is it? Like from that major peak from 2017 to the low point, you've hit a 1272 fib extension and no higher. You filled a gap. No, not a gap. That was all-time high. Sorry. That should be a different color. It should be like, it shouldn't be dotted. Dotted is always like a gap for me. But yeah, 605 is all. You have not, I mean, you up thrusted through it, but you haven't really clearly, concisely broken it yet. So I think if you do break 617, the 1272, you're going up to 656. But forget the 4 hour. I mean, what do we want on the 4 hour, dude? What is it? What is it? What of this? So strong, it's like Pac-Man. Hammer. Yes. Pac-Man. Uptrend. Channel. Sure. Near all-time highs. Or at all-time highs. So, forget the 4 hour. Look at this. The monthly, man. You can't even believe it. It was the most, I think, of the most gorgeous monthly chart. This, I love this one, but now I love Ford on the monthly. Ford, dude. So a huge markup in price, and then you went through 5 years of downsloping consolidation, developing this classic Class A bullish divergence, then on the tail end, some RSI, Class C divergence, bullish divergence, and then we reversed the bullish shark pattern. You can even see the bullish shark on the monthly, man, with a falling wedge right here. Dude, I love TA, man. I don't know how people can just not believe it. It's so nice. But, you know, looking back at the monthly, the 100% measure move of this structure that's 5 years large is $730, if you can believe it. Straight up, man. But here we look, right? Look left. I mean, you are at critical areas. This is the wick from all-time highs right there, man. You haven't broken that. It's not really that clear that you've broken that. Okay, so yeah, there you go, Grub Man. Excuse me. What? Only want what I know. I don't even know, dude. Oh, there we go. Sweet.
Bruh.
Phew. Bet hit your first target today, LMP. Bum, dude. Nice stuff, man. Remember, it was the target was always, you know, we were down lower price, like 24.9 cents, big deal. Finally made it. You stay above this 24.9 cent area long enough, eventually you'll see 27.5 cents, assuming Bitcoin holds up, man. It's got to hold up. X on the monthly too, yeah. Dude, the old market drivers showing ancient Sith Lord harmonic patterns, dude. It's just like the old animal spirits are telegraphing what they're doing. It's the composite man. right? Think about Ford and GE, all these companies, you know, back when harmonics were being studied in the late 30s and 40s. Like some of those companies existed, you know, so it's like the old school composite operator drawing these patterns. And man, they're saying good things are coming, right, Mr. Cheezel? No, Louis, that's not what we're doing. We're not trying to be Secret Service. This is just 1980s in the South. The same way it is 2020 in the South. Same thing.
/USDT Binance.
What's up, John, man? Thanks for the 5, dude. You want to look at fentanyl? This is the fentanyl of crypto, dude. Ugh. I'm just S coins, man. I don't know. Looks like it's kind of topping out a little bit. But yeah, what an uptrend. What an uptrend it's been in, man. For sure. But still, just hasn't even tested 3.1 cents yet. Exactly, Schwab, man. You get me, man. Red shirted A. Everybody makes fun of the vegans. We're not hurting anybody. Alright, that's probably the target. You'd think you'd at least test it to fail to go to 0 or break it in moon. You're just not there yet. So, this looks like an uptrend, man. We could probably plot it. It'd be like BAT or Engine or Tezos or something. Look at that first high right there. Let's give it a shot. See what happens. We do 1 and 2. Oh my god. That's almost perfect, man. We'll see. And see, it's really off down there, so that wouldn't have played very well. But if you adjust, I guess, then you still have that upsloping resistance. That's pretty nice. Those 1 and 2 up there, and I guess here. So it's not bad. You just can't anchor from the bottom. Now we could try, I guess, right? But I think that might be the best way to look at it. Maybe. Let's just try 1 and 2 here. Do it like that. See, it's like you've broken out, man. That was a pretty well respected channel too for a while, I guess, until recently. I don't know, man. S-Coin, we're in an uptrend, right? Look at the acceleration of accumulation. Look at that. You know, another demand line. It's steepened, so more buyers, rapid pace. And now it's like very far above that. So you think it could come all the way down to test, 2.3 cents before running again. But yeah, you look a little toppy up here. You've had a really nice run, and there's really, where you are, I don't get it. There's no resistance until up here. No resistance until 3.145 cents. You're in no man's land kind of right now. And that's why it's like, maybe if that's the case, maybe that's why we would maybe want to actually regard this 1 and 2 right here, Okay, fentanyl to US dollar. Bitcoin's moving. Oh yeah, it is, man. Hype. Let's go to it. Yeah, bullish engulfing candle could be in the mix right now. We're almost at $9,800 with 20 minutes to go until the daily close. There went my alert. Wow, interesting. Very interesting here. But dude, you think at this point 99.50 is kind of the target, right? That's it. So 97.85, whatever. Trying to, the impulse up and just slide. Again, 24 hours of consolidation. And that's it, right? It's not that big a deal. That's not good, dude. Bitcoin's up $30 and y'all are losing it right now, okay? Either a bat or a crab. Yeah, it could be. XABCD. Sure, he's just talking about this. For sure, man. Like, if you're just talking about harmony and you pivot here for real and you finish C and you're going to be working on D, he's just talking like this. XA, B, C, and then D, 886. See, that would be the target, which is at 10,280 or so. First target, right? I mean, that's the only harmonic you have. Okay. So it's real possibility, man. I mean, that's XABCD. So, and you had the hidden bullish divergence, the higher low. I mean, the bulls are in control until they're not. The daily shows us that. We know that. That's why chat's just losing it. It's like, dude, we're up $30, man, huh? On the day. Sorry, I have to ping patrons just so no one is like, oh, I wasn't pinged on that, or I didn't know, you know? I always hate that. Oh, yeah, nice one, Dutch man. Thanks, dude. Really appreciate that a lot. Alright, if you want to see the velocity of money, dude. Dang it, hold on. I guess it's zoomed out as far as I get. Alright, this is what the US dollar looks like now. Alright, I know we're about to be at 9,800. We're actually rallying a little bit, but dude, we're up $40 on the day. Alright. We're not at critical areas, really. What I'm talking about earlier, remember the gas station look? We're talking about you spend your money and how far it can go for the vendors, the gas station owner, all that stuff. This is where we are. We're like, you know, all-time lows. Like, look, 1960, we were at 1.8-ish. Now in 2020, we are sitting at lowest low ever of 1.374. So, yep. This is how, I mean, this is, the economy gets devastated by this. Because, like, it's capitalism. That's how it works. Money goes from the consumer to the business, and then the business reinvests it and it goes back into the community. And it's like, your powers are the weakest they've ever been to do that. So that's why Bitcoin is a good thing. Like, that's why Bitcoin's great. Because instead of your velocity of money going to just dumpster fire, at least maybe Bitcoin could stock to flow model and all that, see 12,515K or higher. That's not even covering Q2. There you go, Dutch man. It's gonna get worse and worse, and it seems like acceleration of how much worse it's getting. Okay, 9,800. Whatever, dude. Who cares? It's 9,800. Yes. 16 minutes till your close. Remember, 99.50 is kind of the target. The real one. Knees weak, mom spaghetti. Dude, I ran to M&M like last week. Because that's what I used to like train to and stuff. Like, that was back when it was the meta, you know. But it's funny you bring that up. If you don't know, I changed the Discord banner to black plasmas because that's like maybe meme of the year. It could be. All right. It was that good. It was too good. Like, he posted the meme this month, just 2 days ago, I think. And it's so good that, again, it's like up here. What I'm talking about is the banner for the Discords right here. So hype in the chat for Black Plasma. There's no, oh, and I think you got a record number of votes in meme of the month. Right here, 37. It keeps growing. 37. Yeah, I don't think we've ever seen a vote that high for one particular meme to win. So it's like every thumbnail. It's like almost every thumbnail like makes up the actual art. That's just so cool. Who does that? Only really gifted people. So I don't know if he's watching right now. He's probably got stuff going on, but freaking huge ups to him, man. I can't even believe it. And it's just like him and Wayne Batson, the only ones that in the community that I've ever seen like be able to do that stuff. That's just so much talent. So sorry, chat, you can't break 9,800. Better wrap it up. In my opinion, will Bitcoin dump after 99.50? I don't know. Right, all I know is that's where we do dump after we break out of it, we fail, and then what we do historically is we run it to test it as resistance, and then we go to zero. Right, we go to the abyss. Last time we up thrusted through this area, this 10,000 99.50 area, and then we sold off, and then we rallied and back tested 99.50 as a resistance. The lowest low we went after that eventually was 38.50 or so. Okay, not even kidding. You can just look right here. All right, so you up thrust through it. Look right here. You back tested it, 3 falling peaks, whatever, and then 38.50 eventually. Hi. So, and then before that, we up thrusted through it, and then we eventually back tested it as resistance, its validity, and then we dumped all the way down to a low of 64.25. So here we are again, poised for a back test maybe, but dang, it'll be testament to how bearish it is if you can't even go and back test it once before dumping to the abyss again. So, yep. Yeah, MK, there have already been too many of those posted, right? I mean, there's only a certain amount of little emoji slots that are available per thing, and it's maxed out, which is great, man. Very good. Ethereum breaking through 245. That's good, man. All right, don't we talk about what happens if Bitcoin rallies the upside? Well, then altcoins are gonna have a rally too, of course, which is good. Except Tron and ZRX and Neo for now, anyway. I'm sure they're off their lows of the day though. This would be a bearish bat, potential bearish bat. I mean, this is what. And that could make sense, right? I mean, think about if there's like bearish divergence up here, you'd think that like maybe it could reverse there for sure. And then you falling back below 950 could be very bad. Or maybe we run up, we test it, then we sell off, and we back test it for the first time as support instead of resistance, and then we moon, right? 10,550, all that, you get it, right? What is up with Pepe? Pepe is just a cartoon, man. Only, you know, cultural Marxists would believe it's something racist. Okay, that's policing. That's thought policing. That's what they're doing. Okay. So I don't know what you want from me, man. We got 11 minutes left until the daily close. Bitcoin's trying to engulf a little bit, but it's also struggling too. It's really not that big a deal, man. $32 up on the day. Wow. Yeah, Pepe's just out here for good times, man. If I saw, what if I do? Hey, man, you know what? See, that's the mentality that many traders have, where, oh yeah, all me, it's all about me, man, right? So what if I feel like when I trade my whole life and that's all I do, man, and I die and that's it, right? That's my legacy. Oh, I was a pretty decent trader, whatever. What if, man, you know, I take these swing trades too, but also help people learn how to do it themselves. What's wrong with having a legacy of helping people, if I saw? I don't think you have an argument. I don't think you can say anything about that. There's not enough people out there trying to help people. There's too many people looking out for themselves. So that would be maybe the target for the bat, maybe around 10,200. We'll just erase it for now. Meh. Like maybe technical analysis isn't more mainstream because most people that try to teach it are terrible at it, are awful. And their inability to entertain is what has been the barrier of entry of trading all along. Nine minutes, chat. We're just running the clock. We looked at a lot of stuff today, man. I mean, you should be up to date on Bitcoin. I guess we can go to the weekly real quick. Oh, and also, God forbid that I went to school for broadcasting and news, and my uncle was a commercial meteorologist, the Weather Channel, and I have an upbringing in this stuff. You see all this? You go to other streams, it doesn't look like this. Most of the time, compared to my stream, other streams probably suck. They're probably just not as the quality, the production quality, everything, man. The inflection points of the speaking, everything you get in this stream. What if I have like a mix, like between I loved broadcasting, went to school for it, but also fell in love with this side thing called trading? Wow. Two converging variables in my life, experiences in my life. Here's your weekly, right? The down sloping resistance in linear. We haven't broken out, right? But yeah, I'll tell you, we're so squeezed, so effing squeezed, right? Between 96.50 or so, right here, this high from the week of April 30, 2018, you've bounced off of it. You've regarded it as support for the first time since February 10th of 2020, where you can see another week went by and then we don't. All right, but this is a good sign. This is bullish price action. You've back tested an area as support, and it seems like the next move might be to test the supply line as resistance around 98.78. Okay. So very interesting chart that must be at least brought up and talked about. Big deal. Could be huge stuff if we break that. Thanks, Faisal. What's up, I kind of pwn? Yeah, I remember you, dude. Thank you. Yeah, just hold. I mean, micro, Angelo, something that large, a bullish Garley on Ford, that large, reinvest your dividends and a retirement account, right? So when you eventually do take it out, I mean, eventually when you do sell your position and you've increased your value crap load over the course of 3 years, you don't get taxed on your capital gains, right? That's the way to take advantage of monthly bullish Gartley patterns for your retirement, dude. Not financial advice. Okay. When it grows on trees, I'm glad you're learning stuff, right? Where I guess some people would prefer that this world stays the same or gets worse because other people are too selfish to help others, right? Yeah, when you look at the market from a different angle. Yep. That's funny. Let's look at it real quick. Let us look at this. Okay, this is a market from a different angle posted by Smash in the respective TA chat. This is a price percentage from all-time highs. Ethereum's down 83%. Bitcoin's only down 0.3%. Look at this. Tether, 98%. XRP's down 90% from its all-time highs. Bitcoin Cash, you see there's a pattern here, a pattern of disrespect to these altcoins. It's true, right? I mean, it's like it's so bad. Let's go Bitcoin. Let's go, man. ICO boom caused this. All right, Silicon Valley money created all these problems or all these red numbers. All right, good stuff. Smash, man. So Vladimir, thank you, man, for watching. Bitcoin is down like 50%. I don't get that though. Smash, what does that even mean? Why does Bitcoin say 0.3% down from all-time highs? Because it's not. It's down more than that. Yeah. Who cares about stocks, man? Dumbest thing, probably the dumbest thing said of the day, right? When like stocks the past couple weeks have been giving crypto gains, and we're talking crypto gains in a bubble. That's what stocks have been doing. So for anyone saying who cares about stocks, or is somebody that is not making any money, that isn't even paying attention probably. Oh, it's in Bitcoin denomination. That makes sense. Okay. Well, it would be there too then, probably, right? So BAT up 10% right now. Let's take a gander, man. Your top of the range for BAT's 27.8 cents. So probably keep going. But look, man. Moonin, bullish engulfing candle, broke above 24.9 cents. Next target, dude, 27.5 cents. It's a breakout. This is the highest high BAT has seen since February 28th. Can we please? For my second largest crypto holding. Not really by choice, just by the way it works. Shouldn't it be 0% then? Yeah, right. Maybe it should. Why is it down 0.3%? Because it is depreciated to itself that much. That doesn't even make sense. I don't know, man. Maybe that link's just high. That's what it is, Mark, man. The Brave browser, Uphold, all that stuff. Plus John Afonso. He's the bat whale. Tipping in bat all the time. You know what sucks about losing weight? None of your pants fit anymore. Like at all. I mean, and your belt doesn't fit either. So you putting your belt on just makes your pants fall down more. Because you've, you know, it's like the last little hole on the belt. Sucks, man.
Speaking of making money in stocks, took profit today in SSL. Great pick. Thank you, sir.
Matto, thank you for the 420.
Is that a joint?
Contribution. Yeah, SL, man. It is the king. It is one of the kings because they're starting to just become, I think we're at the first, we might be in the first asset bubble inside of a recession ever. It's never happened before. That's probably real. So yeah, make your tendies while you can. But you always gotta have dry powder in case the worst does happen, alright? That's why it's important to take profits when you're trading. And you have an investing account too, right? So Robert. Taco Tuesday. Oh, there's John Afonso himself, man. He says, aha, aha, aha. I don't know if he's saying aha or if he's laughing. It's the Spaniard, man. They inverse the A's and the H's, I guess. Like in Brazil, they do hue, 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 right? Different laughs for different folks across the world. Yep, American Airlines did more in 2 days than Bitcoin in a month. Yep, exactly. And that's why I'm saying, how could anyone ever say who cares about stocks knowing those facts? No one would. Portuguese, that's the hue, hue in Portuguese, yeah. No, but if that's the case, you should have said it H-U-E, H-U-E. There's the jaw, that's right. But I think that's like SEA, Southeastern Asian, Nick. Alright, there it is, chat. A new day. A new day has been born. Like it does every day, man. How about that? Look at it, go. 80 stream.
Bruh.
So you closed not above 9,800, right? You wouldn't, hey, good news on the 4 hour, a confirmed bullish engulfing candle. That's real. Very real. So up and down, broad. I mean, we haven't been seeing much volatility lately besides the scam pump and dump, right? Not much besides that. But again, that is why we don't just look at Bitcoin. That's why we look across all markets. Dude, corn. Wonderful reversal at reversal areas where there was an edge in the market. Oh, interesting. Hi, I'm Bitcoin. I'm at 98.30 all of a sudden. But yeah, 98.50 all of a sudden at its previous little local high. That's good. That's a real good sign that you at least hit it. You didn't want to make a lower high here in the previous high. That's price contraction. Now it's like there's no price contraction anymore because you're at the same high. So it's more like accumulation with a sell wall. If the sell wall holds, which maybe it won't, I think 99.50 is probably the target here. Just saying. You break 99.50, you're going to 10,080. Pretty simple. Is Bitcoin moving for real right now? Meh. It's up $70. That's really not, dude, have you ever seen Bitcoin run really before? It being up $70 is not a real run, okay? Installing. Ethereum up 0.79%. Nice. 240. Oh, nice. Ethereum finally broke to the upside. God, I've been sitting at 244 forever. Good, man. What I thought about Ethereum was it was a pseudo 3 rising valleys. Right? Because like the scam pump and dump kind of screwed up the chart. But it was like a low before that, then a higher low, then a higher low again, man. And it's like, But in the end, we had a successful trade setup on Ethereum anyway. It hit it. It almost hit the target. It was like $1.50 off, but it's going again. But you think, I was taking a shot on Litecoin, which is still fine. But it's just not doing anything. 46.62, same price as yesterday. So great, man. Congratulations on Bitcoin doing something, I guess. See, chat, what are y'all saying pumping, man? Bitcoin will solve race relations in America. I don't think it has anything to do with that, right? I think it's like, the good news is you can get sick, fat, stupid gains over time, no matter what race or belief system you have about Bitcoin. That's the cool thing. That's why we're all here, man. Common cause. This isn't synthwave, but I might let it fly because it sounds pretty good, at least for now. Well, you guys always ignore Kyber, man. Ugh, Kyber, man. Are you there? Anyone? Did my stream get taken down for saying that? That's true. People not being racist will stop racism. That's very real. That's a solution, chat. Go to your local government officials and tell them that. And tell them defunding an entire police department will not fix anything. It will make problems far worse. Yeah, J-Tot. Nice community. Yeah. Yeah. MK, maybe you got a reaction, but we sure as heck aren't looking at Kyber. Get wrecked, dude. Oh, Kelsey. Thank you for joining the Patreon. Good to see it in the chat. The Patreon chat. Oh my god, man. Bitcoin can't break 98.50. What a scrub, dude. It's only up $44. Who cares? Yeah, Sean and Extra Model Delivery, thank y'all for joining the Patreon today. Really appreciate it. 8th best day of the month. Trade setups. Discord exclusivity. Tons of stupid amounts of education. Like unreal amounts of education. But then, most importantly, you support this stream that is 100% crowdsourced, where I don't monetize, but I might start monetizing soon. I mean, like, that might be the only way to get this membership eligibility, turning off the music and making money on ads. And it's just like they're forcing my hand almost at this point. Litigation with Mr. Down Jones. It's the Up Jones now, Spencer. He had a legal name change. Okay. It was a good song. But it's copyright. So here's the thing about the poll that I still have up, because I didn't think it was over yet. It might not. It could still. Hey, this poll may play out where everyone loses because we never hit 99.50. But, you know, we're $125 away from it. So what will happen at 99.50, which is approaching again, maybe, off that high or low with hidden bullish divergence? Dude, I mean, like, at this point, you could vote. If you have not voted on this, you still can vote, and it's not cheating. There's no cheating. It's such a still, it's like, because we know how critical 99.50 is. We hit it again, we could reverse there and go to the abyss, or we could break it and become kings. We could moon. So go cast your vote if you want to. We posted this vote 4 days ago. Oh.
Q's PLSQQ.
Is that a joint?
That's not fair, dude. You're not allowed to tip for 0101, okay? For his S coin. It's up 10%, man. Oh my god, it's going. Ah, there, you broke a resistance. You had accumulation. Momentum shifting structure, dude. It's so... Oh, look at this. The acceleration of demand. Look at that, right here. More buyers. Acceleration, dude. Oh, they're getting froggy. Here was the 77 cents resistance look. I mean, you're mooning, but next target. I mean, this is where it's going. That high, 83.98 cents. I mean, you almost hit it. After that, you could almost guess. 88.2 cents. And then after that, of course, the wick high. Congratulations on KNC being an uptrend. And then the uptrend, look, man, it was like, you had it like this. And all of a sudden, it was like this. Right? Acceleration of demand here. And then acceleration of demand inside the acceleration of demand. It was acceleration of demand inception on KNC. Bruh. Let's go, man. Sorry, Bitcoin still sucks. 98.28. Of course, MK, but why am I not allowed to mess with you? It's not fair. Everyone gets to mess with me. I don't get to mess with anybody. Okay, did y'all vote on this? Anyone? Let's see, 377. Oh yeah, 411 votes. Nice, dude. Hey, is that the band? John Alfonso, man, I'm in the chat. Oh, sorry.
Is that a joint?
Mitch. My dear Lord Ray. Portuguese. Not Spanish. 244.0000000 rat.
Sorry, dude. Portugal, Spain. I know, it's almost like Alabama, Auburn. I know, dude. It's offensive. And I'm sorry. You're right. How was Portugal? Spanish, man. What? Hey, geographically, we were kind of on point, but certainly wrong. 100%. So thank you for all the hues in the jar. That's $63 worth of bat. How many bats was that? That 244 bats, man. Pumping. Well, it was pumping. It's not moving much now, but you got to be impressed with bat's performance. It's been doing things, man. Very good. Altcoin's doing things. But yeah, I mean, whatever, dude. 98.27, who cares, man? Until you get to 99.50. Wake me up when we're at 99.50, okay? Because this is just not good enough. Dang, dude. Hype and Shaver John. Right back at you, dude. Thank you, man. He's offended. It's like he didn't even know he was offended. Isn't there a middle ground on that poll? Nah, Mikal, that area is too critical. We will get something major there. We will get a pump above it to 10,550, which is moon, which is that pull, or we'll reverse violently to the downside. I don't think at 99.50 we're gonna really screw around there. We're gonna hit it, reject it violently, and dump to the abyss, or we're gonna break it and we're gonna be kings. Like that's what I think about. That's how strongly I feel about 99.50. Okay, I think you would feel the same way if you saw, looking left, what it really is. It's something historically we've always had problems with. Well, since 2019, right here, man. This is moon, right? You break this for real, you're mooning. You're going to 10,500. We did it almost immediately the first time. At 10,420 was the high. But like getting above this, man, this is a serious. Look, I've already given the analogy on the movies. The first movie, the second movie, we're on the third movie now. All right. The song's kind of awful. Sorry. So it's not over for the Bulls yet. Oh yeah, bearish divergence. Sorry. Look, bears have the ball right now. The bearish divergence, like if it was to play out like gold, it would have already been down. It would have been at 87, 8,500 if it played out identically to gold. But instead, it's just sellers have the ball and there's just too many buyers. Too many buyers. Your negative Momo is somehow waning where it could go positive again. That's pretty good. That's exactly what you want to see in an uptrend. Pathetic performance of bearish divergence. Or none. Or just like, oh yeah, it's just going to keep going, man. So is Portugal, Alabama, or Auburn? Oh man, I'm not answering that. I don't know enough about Portugal and Spain anymore. I knew about them back in the day when Portugal had the best navy in the world. So that would be more like Alabama, right? For football or something. What, is someone watching from jail? How could you even watch this stream in jail? 98.47, up $63 on the new day. Bullish engulfing candle on the 4-hour confirmed on the last 4-hour candle. Very good there. It's a bullish candle, man. Portugal because they invented port.
Hey mate, could check out please.
Sure, Rambo. Thanks for the 5. My, nice, dude. 4-hour looked really nice with the daily. I mean, this is just... Oof. Oh, yeah, this is nice, dude. This is nice. Well, look at this, dude. 88% retrace, I bet. Look here, listen, man. From... you know what? I want to keep Bitcoin on the screen. I'm not... This work's not going to save, but... Look, 88% retrace, right? Yeah, right around the 886. Reversing. Oh my god, look at the friggin' divergence, you know? Look at that bullish divergence. That's what dreams are made of, stuff like this, man. Oh my freaking gosh. Look at this, dude. The low on price, the slightly lower low with extremely higher levels rotating. This is crazy nice. Exhaustion for sellers at the deep retrace. And so now you're going, right? Any kind of resistance you had? You broken it, but you broke it like a week and a half ago. So you're mooning now. Good. Now, I wouldn't call it a wedge or anything. You just say the supply line broken. Now, you know, targets, easy. If the money printers to burr. You just exceeded the 236, so we now have a valid low. Nice little morning star. Bullish pin bar combo reversal at the bottom. Targeting between 141.95 and 168.75. Fantastic. There are your targets for BTA group. Room to run for sure, based on Fibonacci. Yes. Bitcoin 98.83 just hit the highs of the new day, up $100. 99.50 is upon us, chat, after making a higher low with hidden bullish divergence. All right, it is soon to be tested at least. Hello, Atani. Yep. Atani's saying Bitcoin's moving. Looks like it. A little bit. meh. Still kind of meh. It's a 1% on the new day, or right around there. Outperforming all altcoins on the new day. So give it time though. Except Zcash. Zcash at 1.5%. 98.86, that is the highest today. At 99.50, it seems almost imminent at this point that we would test it. At least a resistance before failing or breaking it. And that is why the poll exists. So you can cast your vote on what you think is going to happen. This is from 4 days ago, man. And we'll post it again if we get some more votes. 416 votes. Close to Elon, man. So we're soon approaching this 99.50. And I'm telling you, dude, that is the movie, man. The third movie of the trilogy. The battle scene between the Emperor, Darth Vader, and Luke Skywalker. That's what's going on in 99.50. Not even a joke. I wish it was. We've had a crazy 80 stream marathon in history before. Only a couple, I think. Others, most 80 streams are meh. Price action. We get in, we get out. It's over in an hour or two. We've been live now 2 hours, 13 minutes. A little bit of movement on Bitcoin, maybe. This might be it, man. Asia's up. Where you are, it just doesn't kind of make sense to reverse here, especially after the previous price action. Remember, they call it the bearish three-line strike, one of the most rare patterns in existence, Japanese candlestick patterns. And we're playing off of that. It's continuing up. You consolidated for 24 hours, engulfing, and now we're running again. Whoa, dude. Yeah, this is like Bitcoin right now, this music. One coin. One dream. 99.50. Oh my god, man. Bruh. Sorry, dude. I had to. It was just too epic. I don't know. I just this playlist on YouTube. No idea. So will we rise, chat? Or will the selling be too great at 99.59? God. Dang, that's super loud, I think. That's not really 80s, is it? I could pop my collar. I don't know if I would do that. Only if Argus Scan showed up. No, that'd be me buttoning my top button. Doesn't seem strong enough to break 99.50. Yeah, it may not be, man. It may not even ever test it, but it's so close now.
Request for MR on the NYSE. Let's make this a marathon TA stream lala lawful.
That would require multiple things to happen. It could happen, but it doesn't happen, man. 98.66. Whoa. Unreal, dude. I mean, just stupid. Marathon. Yeah, dude, I remember this was like a bearish trade setup, remember? Marathon? And it like hit the stop out, and as soon as it hit the stop out, that's where it reversed. It was so dumb. Whatever. It doesn't mean that it wasn't like valid idea, and we don't know what we're doing. It's just like sometimes that happens, man. Sometimes like it can just remain irrational a little bit longer than you can stay solvent, and those are opportunities to learn things, right? So marathon on a linear scale, just devastating downtrend since 2018. Still deep within it. 200-day moving average is around 975. Very strong support resistance. Ice line is at 1065. I mean, you could see these. Supply line. See, that's like an area up there where you think that might be it, where it could reverse. Look, last time we tested the 200-day moving average, and the time before, right? Historically, in this downtrend, it's been bad. So it looms, and you are at the highest level of relative strength on the daily since May of 2018, which was way back here when it was still in an uptrend. You just want to look at U.S. oil, all right? If you're looking at Gush, all right, looking at levered ETFs is just not really like what it's got decay. It's not going to give you. You want to look at the underlying asset, and if it's a tool. What these ETFs are tools and means for you to lever your position. But you're analyzing and you're taking the trade based off the actual asset, the underlying asset, not the derivative or the chart of Gush itself or whatever, JNUG or, BBY for biotech, all these different ETFs, right? I guess not BBY, that's like not levered, but the levered ones with decay. Look at the asset that the contract was created for. Dude, I just get nervous because I don't know about the music. It's kind of different and it may be too loud. So Bitcoin, man, positive momentum, holding on. Let's go. Keep building. Test 9950. Testing 9950 is like me being the director of the third movie and being like, oh, this is going to happen, dude. We're going to test 9950. I don't know what we're doing at it, but we're going to see it again, okay? You can look me right in the eye. You can't really because I have sunglasses on. Oh, no, Matthew. I meant from long ago, dude. I meant from Marathon Oil was back from December, November of 2019. Okay. Oh, corn looks great. Tell me something I don't know, man. But it was looking good 3 weeks ago. And there you go. And there it goes, dude. Under 9,800. Time to dump. Probably right. Isn't that? There it is, man. You can't win. You can't win with Bitcoin. Sorry. Okay, dude. That was fun. So, are we just making the same high and that's it? You got me, man. No more pumpage, not allowed. Bitcoin's rally canceled due to lack of hustle. Yeah, Bogdanov's watching the stream. Oh, they have a small glimmer of hope for maybe testing 9950. Maybe, but probably not. I don't know, dude. I just thought after dumping, that's when we created the poll, and it's I thought you would maybe test it, but if you can't test 9950, man, that's the worst case scenario, I guess, at this point. I think for the poll, test it, fail, begin the major, reverse the downside. These would be the winners. Yep, there you go, man. Dumping so hard. 95.70. Altcoins dumping too. Forget it, man. Money printer go burr on the stock market, but get effed Bitcoin. You're like gold, maybe. I think that's fair, right? For these people. Because you don't really lose. Because it's just begin your major reverse the downside after attempting to test 9950. You got so close here and you got so close again and it just didn't happen, right? So I guess technically everything's okay if you make a high or low above 9,500. After that, though, forget it. Stick a fork in it. This song sucks, man. Just shut it up. How's it even 80s music?
Take a look at Twitter. Broke out of 2 channels today. Weekly downtrend and 4-hour uptrend.
Sure. This is a harmonic too, man. I mean, there was the bearish pattern, right? But this is it, dude. Major discernible swing low, right? XABCD. This was a bullish Gartley. I mean, look, 61% retrace. I mean, it's gorgeous. And the PCZ, the 1272 confluent with the 786, and the daily bullish ever. This is like dreams are made of. And it's rally, you know. Hey, the good news is, right? Remember the 3 drives pattern? It did reverse, but then money printer go burr, rallied, dumped again, and double bottomed, and then it just was off. So you would say the first target of this huge pattern hit at 50%. Second target almost hit today at 37.26. You got as high as 36.94. So you're about to be testing that. Wow. V-shaped recovery stuff. Bitcoin talking about leaving a terrible taste in one's mouth. And it's just like, really? You got Twitter doing this? You got all these things doing things, and then you got Bitcoin over here scamming between 98.87 and at this point 95.69. All right, a 3.4% range of scamming, dude. But very good. Twitter did. Yeah, broke out of a channel. Okay, sure. Yeah, just acceleration of demand. Pumpage. Pump it, dude. If you break $37, I mean, your next target does gonna be like $39 to $40 right up here. It's the next peak. People getting liquidated. We go again tomorrow? I don't know, man. We'll see. Look, again, it's just like you're fine. Everything's fine above 9,500. Once we start getting candle close confirmations below 9,500, that's when the shift in the tone can happen. Bat still pumping. No, it's actually down 1.43%. That's literally the inverse of pumping. Okay. And y'all wanted a marathon stream. Psh. That's not bad. Okay, that's a decent look. I mean, yeah, Brad, that idea is still there. The head and shoulder, or the ascending triangle behavior. Yeah, sure. Yeah, Brad at this point is kind of like this now. All right, if that's the high for now, we don't really have the data, but just kind of look at it like this, okay? Accumulation, where it could go all the way down and test 94.30 at this point, but now that we have the wick there, it's almost like, oh, is this ascending triangle? Maybe, man. It's a little different than yours. I don't know, you're just using the horizontal ray tool, which is a nice tool. Love the name. Oh yeah, maybe that's where you're screwed down here.
Hola Mitch. Can you please check ATRX please? Thanks and the best.
Thanks man for the 5. Not really sure what I see, what's going on here. Besides, it did break out. I mean, all right, forget it. We're not gonna stick on Bitcoin now because what's the point? Oh my god, what are we gonna watch it go up and down? Great, dude. So it's having a rally for sure. 50% retrace from the high to low. But like if you zoom out to the daily, we broke out recently, somewhat recently. All right, clear as day. You just draw the trend line here, man, like kind of like this, adjusting when you need to. You broke out. So if you're talking about Fibonacci from that high to low, I mean, because that's a structure, you broke, man, probably right. It's a channel, definitely some sort of channel. Gosh, I mean, it just looks so much better when you do this. 1 2 on the top, and this one, boom, perfect. Like, see that? Those touches, man, it's gorgeous. So the targets, man, like probably between 517 and 826, right? And any of those are valid targets for common retraces before major reversals to the downside occur again. All right, up here, 671, 826, boom. It's a Bart. Oh my god, Bart Simpson, man. It's just a joke, dude. It's Bitcoin doing Bitcoin stuff. Wow. Falling three methods? What are you talking about? No, how can it be a falling three methods? Oh. God, probably at this point. What a joke. Yeah, I guess so. Of course, that's painting again, right? We remember that trash. Yeah, very possible. The confirmation of a falling three methods on Bitcoin's daily would be a close today below 9,600. That's a falling three methods confirmed on the daily, which could very well happen, right? Just talking about this. Falling three methods, or it's like one candle, then three stupid green candles, and then another red candle that closes lower than the lowest point of the first candle. So again, 9,600. Close below that, it's confirmed bearish reversal. But again, you got 23 hours and 28 minutes till this candle, so it's not valid yet. It's not real. But yeah, good on you for maybe identifying it before it happens. That's what you got to do. That's Tom Bradying it. But yeah, still in the uptrend, but my God, barely, friggin' barely now. Thank you, Miser. Amazingly, you're like, no, you're not. You're not even close. I don't know, man. And you look at the daily, it doesn't even look like anything happened, right? Everyone's freaking out. And it kind of is, you freak out in the 4 hour. It's hundreds of dollars, but it looks like nothing even happened. Lord Vendetta, oh my God, I can't believe it, dude. Someone should tell CNBC about it. I'm sure they'll do a segment on XRP going to 17 cents, man. We're going to round two tonight, man. 96.81, holding in there. So, Brad, just thinking here. I mean, it kind of, yeah, maybe a accumulation and sell wall, but then it could act as a bearish continuation too. It very well could. So this thing has targets the downside and upside. All right, if it's to be real at some point, which I'm not really sure if it's real yet because you just hit that high in the wick, right? But it is interesting how we reversed there. So. Chad, are you scared? 643 people are scared right now, it seems. Can you even believe we're at 9,700 again? When we were just at 95.71, but before that we were at 98.90. God. Unreal. Sorry to hear that, Virtual Coinist, man. Yeah, Bart Simpson's everywhere, right? And I'm sorry to say that no altcoins performing well with this movement. Oh man, it's ugly. I mean, this is like this type of volatility, this scammy volatility. That's terrible for alts, right? That'll hurt them real bad. Where most of them are down 1% to 2%, like Bitcoin. But man, blah, really gross. I mean, any candle close on the daily below 97.47 is technically a bearish engulfing candle. Luke's getting wrecked right now, I guess, if we're talking about the Star Wars analogy. right? No one's winning yet, but this side, I think I would declare these people the winner if we never hit 99.50 and reverse the downside, because it's like, okay, you don't test it, but the outcome that those people were voting on was still beginning your major reversal to the downside. So maybe it would be happening at 98.90 instead of 99.50. Just wild to think that you were God, $50-$60 away from it and you don't even test it. No, Brian P. That was here. That was in the last movie over here. Luke got his hand cut off on February 23rd, and then he fell, and then he got picked up by the Millennium Falcon and Leia, and then, you know, he was getting mind deaf by Vader or something the whole way down, and now he's back, man. He's back, but he's definitely a pacifist, and he's having trouble even getting to the Emperor himself. What a joke. Micro, maybe, dude. You would think so. I don't know. Probably not. I think that PCZ is probably right around here, 10,200. That's much larger. Your PCZ of this would put you around like 10,500 or so. Huge rejection. I mean, it's probably, I don't know, man. It's just a huge indecision candle. You got buyers and sellers freaked out on both sides. Wow. Luke will see the Emperor this month. Maybe, man. If I don't hear TDS, there is no request, right? That's the rule. It's the way it's been, and it's not unfair at all. Okay. Thanks for the 2. So I don't know, man. That might be all the action we're getting for a while. I mean, that's enough, right? That's enough volatility to make this thing go sideways for another freaking day, you know? That's maybe all we're getting. So we know maybe downside would be a test of a potential demand line at like 94.39, and now we've got maybe an established little sell wall at 98.90 or so. Okay. No one said it was gonna be easy, man. Yes, I was. No, when I went to 3,800, I was out at a bar. It started crashing really bad when I was on the way to the bar and said, F it. But I just completed a really long stream. Well, then came back later that night and definitely did stream the carnage. Yeah. So, believe it or not, 96.96. Altcoins, I'm sure, did similar stuff. Look at Ethereum. Yeah, look at Ethereum. And my God, right? Got as low as 238 and as high as 249.80. Insane swings. I mean, don't you agree? 5% swing. Kind of ridiculous. I mean, you look at any of them, probably Litecoin, 45, okay, derp, yeah, go down to 45.32. It's like you have a low and a higher low and a engulfing candle, a hidden divert, doesn't matter. Nothing will matter on altcoins if Bitcoin does this, right? If Bitcoin dumps. If Bitcoin can't pump to the upside, altcoins will not be able to rally down. I mean, some do, I guess, but not Litecoin. Litecoin looks like it's setting up for higher prices based on its structure, but it just won't happen if Bitcoin doesn't play ball. Okay? This is definitely set up for higher prices. But just because something's set up for higher prices doesn't mean it's going to happen. And that's why just because you see a bullish reversal pattern doesn't mean it's certain. It means there's a probability that it would break to the upside, an increased probability, but not certain.
Can you look at CRO/USD or CRO/BTC Plaza Bro?
Yup, we'll look at it. It just keeps going. Here it is, man. It's stupid. Yeah. Don't even know, man. Like, I don't know how to use Fibonacci because of the scam wicks. Whether it got listed here or here, this peak here from February, it's a joke for Fibonacci. You can't do it. And I know we've, what was it? Maybe we broke out.
It's a systemic stall. Tinfoil hat time, but search Black Swan event and the Great Reset. Bear market myths is best. Educational. Hashtag still gonna be kings.
Sweaty jalapenos, thank you for the 5. Systemic stall. The Great Reset. Bear market. Yeah, we're... Maybe one day we will return to bear market me. But for now, we're looking at Crow to the US dollar tether, which clearly broke out. I mean, you know, it broke out and then back tested and then is running again. So I don't know how to Fibonacci here, whether it's to use the scam wick or to use the candle close. Because if you do the candle close, it's like you're already at the 1618 or something. Yeah, you're like exceeding the 1618. And if you use the wick, then it's like you're not even at the 1272 yet. You're about to be there though. So 11.2 cents, I guessed. You're asking me to look at some piece of trash that's pumping. It's S-Coin. It's great, man. But, you know, I don't know. It's really tough to target to the upside for trash like this. When a chart looks like this, it's kind of trash, you know. Hey, double bottomed with no data, right? Data going back to July of 2019. Great, so maybe that's the target, 11.24, and then maybe 12.2 cents, and then after that, maybe 13.64 cents, the golden mean ratio. Good stuff, though. It just keeps, it won't stop, man. In March, it was at 2 cents. Now it's at 10.8 cents. First week, stupid. It's really, really stupid.
Nice community. Can we look at ADA/USDT, please?
Hey Luke, thanks for the 10. Sure, look at 88. Yes. The wick goes up to 27.9 cents. Great. Cardano down a little bit. I'm looking at Cardano daily, 8.2 cents. You've broken it. Look, it's a range. It's like VeChain in its own way. You're nearing the top of the range, which is at like 9.8 cents. But there's this support resistance here from November 2018 that we've had plotted that we did break, and we've been back testing it as support. But your positive Momo's winning. It's not like there's actual on the daily. There's not like actual seller exhaustion, but you're trying to reset, I guess, and you could sell off and create a bullish consolidation or something, or Bart Simpson and come back to 7 cents, whatever this previous high. But you're at a 1272. You're at the first target, right? From the high to low, the 1272 is there. You up thrusted through it a little bit, but that's it. You can reverse here for sure. And there could be a big reversal back to this previous area or this previous peak. But if it's to keep going and it holds above 8.2 cents, which I don't know yet, the next target's 9.8 cents at the top of the range up here with a 1414 just below it at 9.491 cents. That's your ADA. Let it run. But not going to be easy to breach this range. Crazy. Crazy day across the markets, yes. Sorry, man. I mean, this doesn't really look good. I mean, Bitcoin really pumping like that initially and then dumping secondary. It's not the other way. What didn't dump and then pump? It pumped then dumped. So not really great. And again, here's your daily where falling through methods could emerge if there's a candle close below 9,600. Dude, you're running out of room. You're running out of room between this channel's upsloping support and the horizontal line overhead resistance, right? You've got this much little bit of space left before one breaks. So let's go to that other chart. Gemini with the more scam wicks, right? Look at this. That scam wick. So if you look at it like this with a wedge, I mean, there's so much room to dump. 92.79 is down at the demand line of the pattern. And look, I mean, maybe, look, negative Momo's just beginning, where it could just keep picking up on lower prices. Very possible. But man, pathetic, man. Just over. Hey, you know what? Here's the thing. If you look at Gemini, this poll is valid. Test it, fail, and begin the major reversal downside. If we don't test 99.50 on Coinbase or others, you still win because it tested it on at least one exchange. That's real. So this is definitely a possibility here. It's been tested. 96.80. Been live for 2 hours and 45 minutes. I guess if you're enjoying the stream, like button, that bell, that sub, sure. But I don't know. I think I'm gonna get out of here. That was enough for me, man. Enough stupid, scammy, volatile. I mean, it's just like, come on, man. Like, just dump, dude. Or just pump. Just stop with this 10-day bullcrap where you don't do anything. Just up and down. Oh, it's just, it reminds me of back in 2018 before the capitulation. It reminds me over here, like where it just, oh, I can't do any, you know, this wedge. After this, man, it was 3 months of just so much pain where there was just barely any price action, just so boring. God, you know what sucks? When there's no volatility. I'm cool with volatility to the downside. I'm cool with this. I'm cool with this and this, but I hate this right here. Nothing. It's like the asset died or something. That's what it kind of just been feeling like the past 10, 12 days. I mean, besides the crazy pump and dump, whatever, that's exchanges making money, man. So you get it, man. Rising wedge, but we're in an uptrend. There's bearish divergence, but it's unclear if it's played out yet. It could still it could be playing out right now. It's down 1% on the day when it was just up 1.5% on the day. All right, volatility is insane. And you know, breaking below 95, 9400 is bad. Then the demand line breaking this would be a technical breakout of a bearish pattern with the variables at critical deep retraces and resistances after back testing 99.50 and failing and rejecting it, because that's on this exchange. It's just look, man. I'm telling you, like if Bitcoin starts rallying tonight or dumping tonight, I might be back, right, for real. But this is just, this is just the same old bullcrap that we've been seeing for the past 10 to 12 days. So I mean, I'm just whatever. All right. But rest assured, yeah, I could be summoned back if Bitcoin actually reverses the upside downside and we start seeing critical support resistances tested, okay? So I really want to say thanks so much for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything. Extended stream, 80s stream. Wouldn't it be nice to have 2 80s streams in one day? Because it still would be that if I came back. But we'll see. It's up to Bitcoin. I'll see y'all later. Till next time, respect the TA.
name is JP. I am a robot. I like robots. I have a robot vagina.
That boy is good.
Adios, turd nuggets.